Hello everyone, welcome to this Madness Code tutorial. So today we are going to talk about the GPT-3 model. This is as recently they have released this API for this model. So the OpenAI is a company, research-based company. Their mission is to ensure that artificial general intelligence benefit all of our humanity. So this is the founder, Elon Musk is the founder of OpenAI. So they have started this OpenAI company in the December 2015. So in between they have released multiple models. The earlier model was GPT-3, sorry GPT-2. The recent one is GPT-3. There are so many difference, key difference between these two models. We will see more detail about in this coming session. So as I mentioned, if you see here, there are two models they have already released. One is GPT-2 and GPT-3. So GPT-2, if you see here, they have only used 1.5 billion parameters. By using this kind of data, they have created GPT-2. But when it comes to GPT-3, they have used 175 billion parameters to train this kind of a model. So this parameter which consists of if you see here, this is a data set they have used in this GPT-3, 14 billions of common gravel, and then web text is 19 billion, and then books data they have used 77 billion data, and then also they have used Wikipedia data, 3 billion data they have used to create this model. So GPT-3 is largely recognized by a natural language processing model. They have included so many features in this model, predicting the sequence of data in a text, and then predicting uh, developing a code based upon the training. There are so many things they have added in that features in this model. Also, the OpenAI was developing this kind of technology in number of years. The one of the first paper was generative pre-trained model paper they have recently released. The whole idea of generating the pre-trained model is that the most artificial intelligence is trained based upon that supervised data, which means they need a labeled data for training. But in generative pre-trained model, it has been trained with the number of data which is present in the outside. So the model itself has been trained by on its own. They have created their own labeled. So it's going to create a new phase of an artificial intelligence in the technology. I'll show you the demo. What are the features they have that GPT-3 model. Also, I will show you how to install the OpenAI in Jupyter Notebook. We will see in the next session. If you see here, this is that syntax that we need to use to install the OpenAI Jupyter Notebook. The pip install OpenAI. So once if you execute this code, it will download all the libraries which is related to that OpenAI. And the next thing is this is the code that we have to call this model DaVinci in order to restructure the sequence of data in the text. But for that you need an API. So this kind of API you have to get it from this OpenAI website. I'll provide the link in this description section. So there you have to go, and then you have to request the API for your they are mostly they give the beta version API because it's not an open source model. They're going to release this as a commercial one. So but you can get easily get an API as a beta version. So if you want to see the outcome of this model, so you can test it with that API. Okay, if you see here, they are given some kind of features in this model. Like first one is text generation, Q&A, and parse and structure data, improve the English, translate some other language into French and speech to Bash. First, we will see about text generation. As I said, see they have import this OpenAI model, and this is the text they have made, and they call the model called DaVinci. And so now we'll see the response. If you run this code, you'll get an output. See, so if you see here, this the road to making AI safe. Everything this model is generating the text based upon the existing data. This is the technology they have used. By using this kind of artificial technology, this model could be able to predict that text generation in the sequence way. This is one kind of an, features, and another features if you see is a Q&A. Again, if you see, they have given some sample Q&A. What is human life expectancy in the United States? The answer also they have given. So in order to get the data from output from the model, you have to give some pre-trained sample data to that feed. So we need to feed some sample data to that model. So this that's how they have feed some Q&A here. So what next the model will do, it will check this kind of pre-trained data, and then so based upon this pre-trained data it will answer the upcoming, I mean the new questions which we're going to give. So we'll see the output of this one. If you see here, what was your first accent, so it's giving us a answer this one. So this is how this model is work in the Q&A. And the next one, they have like a parse and structure data. Okay, if you see here, they have one text um, detail. So in this detail they have is called unstructured data. Also if you see, from using this data they make a table like a fruit is color, this flower, this all these details are in this unstructured data. So what model will do, it will take this data as an input, and then it will create a text based upon this same structured data. We'll see that output. Okay, if you see here, this is the what data we have given, but remaining data, everything this model is predicted based upon this structure. This one kind of different features, and the next one is improve English. If you see, they have given some sample text to the model, and then we'll go to the prediction. See, this text is predicted by this model. Appreciate it. Okay, super. And then translate to French. So again, they have given some English word and the French word, and the English word and French word, and then they're going to feed this data to this model. Again, if you see, we will something we are figuring in English, and then it's automatically convert to it's the French and speech to bash. So this is something as a different model. So this is how they have trained this model, but this it's all now in not an open source. They are going to release this model as a commercial product because they have invested so much of money for creating this model. So because of that they have decided they're going to release this one as a commercial one. So in case if you want to try, we can try this beta version API. So we can try and we can use these features. So I'm incredibly excited by this kind of intelligence. I think it's going to be a transformative and game changer in that artificial intelligence technology. I hope you will enjoy this content. I'll catch you in this next video. Thank you. Bye bye.